Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you.
B&B spoilers. Is Steffy and Finn's marriage in Jeopardy relationship at a crossroads? The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates document Steffy Forrester and John Finnegan have navigated many hurdles to achieve their current station in life. Their path hasn't been without its hardships, yet Finn and Steffy have endured, establishing a robust connection that appears destined to endure, at least for now. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. New problems are always close to happening. New obstacles are always waiting just beyond the horizon in the realm of soap operas. Couples find themselves experiencing one struggle after another, all for the sake of drama, so Steffy and Finn shouldn't settle too comfortably into their perfect lives. In a recent discussion with TV Insider, B&B head writer and executive producer Bradley Bell revealed some fascinating hints about what lies next for the couple. A brand new challenge is going to surface in 2025, one that will definitely disrupt the foundations of Steffy and Finn's marriage. Steffy and Finn are going to encounter a fresh challenge, and their relationship will be tested, Bell revealed. B&B spoilers. What now? They have already experienced countless challenges, yet their friendship is as resilient as ever, and it remains to be seen if they can weather the next upheaval. Since Bell hasn't divulged the contents of this future trial, we can only conjecture and make educated judgments about what lies ahead. Fans of B&B are definitely excited to observe how Finn and Steffy will manage the tests that await them. It's evident that Steffy will enlist the services of a perfumer named Daphne Rose as part of her effort to reclaim control of Forrester. Daphne will serve as a saboteur, seeking to undermine Carter's power and striving to restore the corporation to the Forresters' hands. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Could Finnegan object to Steffy Forrester's sneaky maneuvers? If Steffy pushes her idea too far, Finn could very possibly raise his objections. For instance, if Steffy orchestrates a strategy where Daphne entices Carter, compromising his connection with Hope Logan, Finn may strongly reject such duplicity, crossing the border from professional to personal concerns. However, this clash could also be related to an entirely new narrative. Sheila Sharp might stir up another wave of instability. Or perhaps this will relate with the impending chaos concerning Luna Nozawa. Once Bill Spencer's hidden truth is discovered, Steffy will be enraged about him securing Luna's release from jail just to restrict her to home arrest. Steffy tries fresh approach. Daphne plays dirty. The bold and the beautiful spoilers record that Steffy Forrester Finnegan is not allowing grass to grow. She is setting a strategy in motion that targets Hope Logan. Steffy aims to stab Hope and Carter Walton in the heart. Viewers learnt that Steffy is pals with Daphne Rose. Kudos to the writing crew for developing a fresh character and meshed into the Forrester Creations power struggle. Daphne eagerly accepted Steffy's offer to woo Carter, unsettling the two-person contingent that seized possession of the family business. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Hope Logan and Carter Walton overtaken Hope and Carter are captivated with Daphne. The so-called best nose in Paris, France, stunned them over with her entrance. Fanny Grayson sought to get FC's fragrance deal. But Daphne's entry and ensuing subtitled chat ruined Fanny's aspirations. She didn't care because, like Carter and Hope, she admires Daphne. But Fanny seemingly doesn't know that Daphne is in cahoots with Steffy. That likely won't become known for a time. It appears as though Fanny will exit stage left now that Daphne is on the scene. B&B spoilers. Who is Daphne Rose? Daphne is a mover and shaker in the luxury sector, precisely where Carter wants to position FC, so Steffy seeks to have Daphne lure Carter. That endeavor has good potential because it should build the desired tension between the lovebirds. Carter and Hope have recently begun their romance. They share a true spark, but their relationship is also a pairing of convenience. So, Carter is vulnerable to becoming fascinated by Daphne. Viewers never knew Steffy had a renowned pal. But that relationship is being exploited in an attempt to seize control of the corporation her grandfather co-founded. This effort might not be instantaneous but should eventually yield positive results as long as Carter and Hope remain unaware of what's happening. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Steffy Forrester Finnegan for the win. Ridge Forrester offered a wry smile when Steffy shared her plan with him, Eric Forrester, and her mom, Taylor Hayes. They all know Steffy means business and will soon make her return to the executive suite. Carter and Hope will be leery of Steffy, but the presence of Daphne should distract Carter's attention. Hope is a different calculation, therefore Steffy must be careful with her. Steffy is up to the task. But Hope is no pushover and is motivated to keep all Carter enabled her to recapture. Winning means wresting control from Carter forcibly, not waiting years for attorneys to reclaim legal control or arrive at some disagreeable agreement. So Steffy's plot, like this plotline itself, is captivating. 7 fast facts about Bold and the Beautiful's Muriel Hilaire. Check out these interesting facts about the Bold and the Beautiful's new star, Muriel Hilaire. A new woman has entered the fold at Forrester Creations on The Bold and the Beautiful, and she's destined to change things up for Carter, Hope, and company. Muriel Hilaire is portraying Daphne Rose, a notable perfumier who's made a bid for her line at the famed fashion house. It appears like the first step in Carter's desire to build the brand into a global premium line. What you should know: a Franco-American actress and model, Hilaire is a novice to the daytime scene. She began working with Jack Waltzer, an American acting coach who trained with Stella Adler, Lee Strasberg, and Sanford Meisner, at the age of 19. She has an extensive history in television and movies. Hilaire was a regular in the French TV programs Baie de Flamboyance and Cœur Ocean. She also participated in the Agatha Christie miniseries Ils Étaient Dix and BBC's blockbuster series, Death in Paradise. 7 fast facts. Want to learn more about this great actress? Here are 7 things to know about Hilaire. 1. She was born and reared on Guadeloupe, a Caribbean island and overseas department of France. She is bilingual. 2. She has been acting since she was barely a child. She began her start on stage at the age of 7. Her initial performance was playing Esmeralda in the classic, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. 3. She scored her first TV job aged 18, when she was cast in the French TV series, Baie des Flamboyantes. Hilaire portrayed Cynthia Albin, a young woman with a heroin addiction. 4. Hilaire made her feature film debut in the United States in the 2023 thriller The Ritual Killer.
She was cast as Detective Kirsch. She appeared opposite Morgan Freeman and Cole Hauser in The Project. 5. She is proficient in martial arts. She studied karate as a child and subsequently went on to learn Muay Thai, a full-contact combat sport that employs stand-up hitting, sweeps, and clinching techniques. 6. The multi-talented actress is extremely excellent in dance and has a lengthy background in ballet. In fact, she trained in the artistic dance form for approximately 10 years. 7. Hilaire spent her early 20s between Paris and New York. She worked as both a model and a classical dancer. Passion ignites for Ridge and Taylor. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers depict Taylor receiving exactly what she's desired. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. No more broken heart syndrome for Taylor. It doesn't matter to Ridge Forrester that Brooke Logan swore up and down that she only took the Forrester Creations CEO post to persuade Carter Walton and Hope Logan to give the Forresters back their firm. Steffy Forrester Finnegan doesn't trust that Brooke is on the up, and neither does Taylor Hayes. Eric Forrester thinks that Brooke should have walked out of the building when they were kicked out. Taylor aims to take full advantage of this current gap between Brooke and Ridge, just as she always does. She is there with a listening ear and a shoulder to lean on. Ridge simply laps it up, and Taylor is thrilled. She is even more pleased when Ridge plants a passionate kiss on her lips. This is just what Taylor really needed to cure her broken heart affliction, right? What miracles Ridge can deliver. B&B spoilers. Brooke Logan falls for it over at Forrester Creations. Hope and Carter can't believe their luck. Daphne Rose stepped into their office unannounced and provided them the perfect fragrance. This has to be fate, right? They tell Brooke all about it, and as soon as she gets a sniff, she approves it as one of her first jobs as the new CEO. Brooke figures if you can't beat them, You may as well join them. Carter and Hope can't wait to get started on this new chapter for Forrester Creations, and thank Brooke for giving them the go-ahead. All of their plans seem to be coming to fulfillment. Little do Brooke, Hope, and Carter realize that Daphne is nothing more than a plant, and Steffy is the one who sent her. She is also ready to do Steffy another great favor and seduce Carter away from Hope. It's a little sweet retribution Steffy has prepared. Will she succeed? Is Steffy's hypocrisy on bold, and the beautiful really projection? Steffy seems to be using her own guilt for kissing Liam as a pretext to cast Hope as a no-good plotting villainess. The bold and the beautiful is getting a touch strange lately. A woman named Daphne Rose entered the Forrester Creations office without an appointment and charmed everyone's nostrils with her scent called Forrester. While she's a worldwide phenomenon, for some reason she's working covertly for Steffy to utilize her skills of scent manipulation to somehow win control of the company back from Carter and Hope. While this bizarre story plays out, let's have a look at Steffy's hypocrisy, which is a little more tactile than perfume. Kiss and No tell Steffy is apoplectic that Carter and Hope were sophisticated enough to grab Forrester Creations from her family, literally under their noses. She keeps going on and on about how Hope is this great conniving manipulator and how she previously kissed Steffy's husband, Finn. She continually talks about how Hope had violated her marriage, although Steffy did a little kissing of her own. And for a soap show, shockingly no one knows about it. Steffy may have some guilt of her own that she's transferring onto Hope. In Italy in June 2023, Liam helplessly witnessed his then-wife Hope kiss Steffy's brother, Thomas. Instead of running up to them and sending Thomas's dentist into a higher tax category, Liam stood by a wall and boo-hooed his eyes out. Steffy came upon him and took pity on the guy as he related the account of what he observed. Out of nowhere, Liam then planted a kiss on Steffy's lips, and both seemed stunned by it. There was a lot of lip service going on for some reason. Liam has always been permitted to come and go as he wanted at Steffy and Finn's house. Finn never bothered to put his foot down about it, which created the stage for the next kiss. In July 2023, Liam went to Steffy's house and grumbled about the fact that he and Hope were pretty well done. He then kissed her again, much to her shock. She shut him down finally, although there were moments after the initial kiss where she wondered about it. Could it be festering in the back of her mind as remorse since she wasn't honest with Finn about it? When Hope later kissed Finn, he came clean nearly quickly. Steffy wigged out but quickly cooled down about it. Yet, her hypocrisy shines on as she doesn't hold herself to the same standard as her husband, and she has yet to mention anything about her kisses with Liam. So it bears some discussion as to whether or not Steffy is transferring her own guilt about kissing Liam onto Hope, casting Hope as the villain instead of accepting ownership for her own fidelity and double standard. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Ridge called out for misogyny. This really shouldn't surprise anyone. The bold and the beautiful spoilers state that one seems to be on board with Ridge Forrester these days, as he's once again getting busy under the covers with one of his exes. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Ridge called out for hating women. In fact, some B&B fans are even going as far as calling out Ridge for his purported misogyny and that he hates women. Because else, why would he be so willing to leap into bed with Taylor Hayes when things were going so well for him and Brooke Logan for the longest time? Clearly, the instant things go slightly wrong, Ridge leaves one lady for another as he has no resolution abilities. The bold and the beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. It goes without saying that the internet surely has got a lot to say on the topic. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What's next for Ridge Forrester? Some have even responded with, "It's amazing how much this show has regressed into complacency, with the same crap happening over and over again. While all soaps suffer from this in one way or another, B&B is beyond stuck and never moves forward." They even recast 2 historical characters, played by the original actors for 20-plus years. Why? To prolong the same love triangle that's been going on for 30 years. Another critic said, "I refuse to watch this crappy show because I've seen this all before about 100 billion times. Brad Bell desperately needs to retire." And then there was this comment as well. The fact that Thomas and Hope, one of daytime's hottest supercouple were shelved and Thomas Atkinson was possibly fired, instead this fake upteenth repeat of Brooke, Taylor, Ridge is incomprehensible. Who wouldn't rather watch a fresh, new twisted romance of Thomas and Hope over bizarro world ogre Ridge, and third totally unnecessary recast of Taylor with Brooke? So far the producers of the show have not responded on any of the criticism they've received just yet. Who is Daphne on The Bold and the Beautiful? Daphne made quite a splash on The Bold and the Beautiful when she initially appeared, and viewers are naturally curious about the interesting new character. The part is being played by Franco-American actress Muriel Hilaire, who made her debut in the January 7th episode. She has acted in the French series Baie de Flamboyance and Cœur Ocean, and had her U.S. feature film debut in 2023's The Ritual Killer starring Morgan Freeman and Cole Hauser. B&B marks her afternoon debut. Carter Walton and Hope Logan were surprised to find that Daphne Rose, the most famous nose in Paris, was in the Forrester Creations building. The legendary perfume designer confidently entered the main office and presented the couple with a new scent she called Forrester. Leaving them with that, she marched out, warning Fanny that the perfume account was hers and that she should pack up and leave. Daphne then showed up at Steffy Forrester's home when it was discovered that they were working together. Learning she received the position, Steffy questioned about her other aim, wooing Carter. Daphne guaranteed that he would be putty in her hands. Steffy's sinister seductive plan backfires big time on Bold and the Beautiful. Will Steffy's plan go bad when feelings become involved? Steffy is determined to do whatever it takes to bring her family's firm back on Bold and the Beautiful, including exploiting her pals in her scam. As fate would have it, Steffy has absolutely fabulous friends who like to play nasty. What luck! But will she eventually regret trusting the lovely and successful Daphne Rose? The strategy: seduce and destroy on paper. Steffy's strategy is a masterstroke. Daphne will snuggle up to Carter, get into his head, and maybe even his bed, and throw his romance with Hope into absolute turmoil. Before long, Daphne will have Carter wrapped around her little finger. It's everything going according to Steffy's playbook, or so it seems. Poor Carter. Try as he might to keep things professional, there's no ignoring Daphne's seductive charm. Her sexy glances and precise gestures will have him second-guessing his every decision. Hope, furious. Steffy, smirking in delight. Carter, slowly losing his hold on the power he's battled so hard to obtain. When flirting turns into fireworks, it's at that point where Carter's life should fall apart. But wait, what if it doesn't? What if during this little game of seduction, Daphne finds herself catching feelings? What if she falls in love? And not only with the guy himself, but the power Carter has. Picture this. Daphne takes Hope's place, not just in Carter's bed, but in his heart, his life, and the office. With Daphne's razor-sharp intuition and vicious drive, she could become the ultimate power player. Carter and Daphne might become a new power couple, leaving Steffy, Ridge, and Eric fighting to restore their family legacy. Daphne's achievement would be the ultimate irony. Steffy's plan to manipulate her buddy could backfire dramatically if Daphne realizes she likes being on top. Literally and figuratively. With Daphne's Scent empire backing Carter's corporate dominion, the Forresters might be out of the game forever. What happened to Zend on the Bold and the Beautiful? Zend on the Bold and the Beautiful is a Forrester. However, some newer fans might not be totally sure about his background. Who is Zend Forrester Dominguez, really? Let us fill in the blanks. The role initially featured on B&B in 2001 and was played by child actor Daniel Smith for roughly a year. He repeated the part for an extra appearance in 2005, but when the character was brought back to the canvas in 2015, Zen was aged into an adult and performed by actress Rome Flynn. He quit the drama in 2017, but Zen resurfaced again in October 2020, with Delon DeMetz stepping into the position. Kristen Forrester and Tony Dominguez were on their honeymoon in Africa when they lost a roll of film and ended up bonding with the young child who returned it to them. They were surprised to find that Zend had been orphaned when both of his parents had died of AIDS, and later his brother died of the same sickness in the orphanage where they lived. Kristen and Tony were concerned to learn that when Zend became too old to live in the orphanage, he would likely wind up on the streets. After returning to Los Angeles, Kristen and Tony acknowledged to each other that they couldn't stop thinking about Zend. Diagnosed as HIV+ himself, Tony felt a special connection to Zend. They returned to Africa to start adoption processes and gave the boy both of their last names. Zend lived with Tony and Kristen as a part of the extended Forrester family for a time in LA until the family eventually moved to Florida. He returned to LA in 2005 with his mother for a visit, but they swiftly returned home. In 2015, Zend came to Los Angeles to set out on his own and began working as an intern at Forrester Creations. He instantly got fascinated with fellow intern Nicole Avant and ultimately made a move when Thomas Forrester kissed her. However, their romance met a snag when she agreed to act as a surrogate so that her sister, Maya Avant, may have a kid with her husband, Rick Forrester. Worried the pregnancy might come between them, Zen left up with Nicole and fell into bed with Nicole's friend, Sasha, who had been following him persistently. After Nicole delivered birth, Zen wanted to reunite, but Sasha pretended to be pregnant. Thankfully, that was a lie, so he and Nicole reconciled and made love for the first time. Unfortunately, Nicole considering becoming Rick and Maya's surrogate for a second time pushed Zend on a drunken spiral where he whisked Sasha away to Hawaii. And upon their return home, Nicole caught them in bed together. Zend sought to apologize and propose to Nicole, but she wasn't having any of it, having been burnt by him several times previously. Eventually, Zend was able to wear her down, and Nicole accepted after an extravagant proposal with a horse-drawn carriage. The pair ultimately hitched the wedding in a stunning ceremony held at the Forrester estate on Valentine's Day, 2017. Nicole was saddened to learn she may never be able to have another kid, but Zend encouraged her not to take Lizzie away from Rick and Maya as her father. Julius Avant was urging her to do. When a job opened up at Forrester International in Paris, Zend moved overseas with Nicole, not realizing that Maya had arranged for the job, as Lizzie had begun calling Nicole Mama, but he still hoped that it would be a fresh start for both of them.
In September 2020, Zend returned to Los Angeles solitary, his marriage to Nicole having fallen apart. And despite having just established a romance with Carter Walton, Zoe Buckingham was quick to start flirting with the gorgeous young Forrester. Zend's attentions went to Zoe's sister, Paris Buckingham, and he even rebuffed Zoe's advances when she launched herself at him while engaged to Carter. Although Zend initially intended to take things slow so as not to damage their relationship, he eventually fell head over heels for Paris and commissioned Quinn Forrester to build an engagement ring for him. However, when he was going to propose, Zoe started gushing about how much she adored being single, having been given a heads-up by Carter Walton. Heartbroken, Zend tried casually dating one of the Forrester models, but felt Paris had another man in her life. Grace Buckingham arrived in town and tried her best to get Zend and Paris back together, horrified she had fallen for Carter. When Paris acknowledged her emotions for Carter, Zend urged her to pursue them, and subsequently did the same for Carter. And when Carter popped the question, Zend rejected pressure from Grace to stop the wedding. In fact, he even attended the ceremonies, and when Quinn showed up to confess her love for Carter, Zend took a sad Paris home. For a long while, Zend just kept his head down and worked at Forrester Creations, but after the big fashion face-off in November 2023, he vented his dissatisfaction. He told Ridge Forrester that he wasn't thrilled to have been passed over so that the freshly returning R.J. Forrester could work with Eric Forrester on his collection for the show. He stated that he was also Eric's grandson, that R.J. never wanted to be in fashion anyway. After finding that Eric was dying, he felt even more left out, that he was one of the last to know. And even worse, Ridge picked R.J. to help finish Eric's final collection. Zend's animosity with R.J. escalated when he fell for Luna Nozawa, but she spurned him because she was already dating R.J. After a massive party celebrating Eric and Donna's unplanned wedding, Zend was astonished when Luna came up at his apartment and hopped into bed with him. But his elation turned to fear the next morning when she disclosed she'd been drugged and thought she was sleeping with R.J. A guilt-ridden Luna wanted to tell R.J. the truth, but Zend persuaded her not to. Things got even more awkward when Hope Logan designated Zend the lead designer for Hope for the Future and requested him to train R.J. and Luna. As a remorseful Zend told the truth to Carter, Luna finally confessed to R.J., who raced over to Zend's office to punch him in the face. As Luna and R.J. sought to restore their relationship, Zend continued to feel miserable. However, it was later revealed that Luna had not been drugged but had slept with Zend on purpose as part of her twisted attempt to enter into Bill's family. Zend plunged himself back into work at Forrester, snapping images of Brooke for the successful relaunch of the Brooks bedroom range. He was unhappy when Hope for the Future was cancelled, but shocked when Carter and Hope declared it was back because they'd taken control of Forrester Creations. Although split, Zend chose to keep working at Forrester and try to be the man on the inside so he could help the family reclaim control of their company. Luna's slip, Daphne versus Fanny, Steffi's grand plan. The bold and the beautiful recap highlights Steffi reveals her next action to the apprehensive Forrester family. Daphne threatens a starstruck Fanny Grayson. Plus, Luna Nozawa makes a noise, which alerts Will Spencer. Steffy Forrester Finnegan's Plan B&B report shows that Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes tell everyone about Brooke Logan's slap. Ridge says that Brooke had a justification for her conduct. Eric Forrester thinks that Brooke should have left Forrester Creations with them. Steffi has a strategy on how to gain the firm back from Carter Walton and Hope Logan. Steffi states she is heading back to work. So it's all right for her and Zend Forrester Dominguez, but when Brooke does it, it's a betrayal. Okay, absolutely logical. Moving on. Ridge is apprehensive and feels they should do things the legal way. Steffi claims there isn't enough time. Steffi points up that Carter indicated she might return at any time. Steffi will play along, then move in for the kill. B&B spoilers. Fanny Grayson versus Daphne Rose over at Forrester Creations. Carter and Hope are still discussing Fanny's perfume samples. Fanny enters and sprays a fragrance. Carter and Hope love it. Fanny wants to work with Forrester Creations. Carter gets a call. It's Daphne Rose, the legendary Parisian perfumer, is at Forrester Creations. Daphne strides into the CEO office. Carter and Hope were not informed Daphne was coming. Daphne orders them to make this quick. Carter and Hope ask if the perfumier brought any samples. Daphne shoves her fragrant scarf in Carter and Hope's faces. They sniff it and like it. As Daphne exits, she faces Fanny. Daphne informs Fanny that the position is hers. Daphne also advises Fanny that if she ever wants to work again, she better come back to France pronto. Fanny tells Daphne she is amazing. That was bizarre. Could Fanny be in on Steffi and Daphne's scheme? Hope and Carter are confused that Daphne is here without any notice. In any event, Carter and Hope are captivated by the aroma Daphne left for them. Fanny returns and gets apologies from Carter and Hope. Fanny declares that Daphne is a goddess. Fanny advises Forrester Creations pick up Daphne. Very, very intriguing. Steffy is at the Cliff House when Daphne steps in. Steffy and Daphne discuss about when they met up in Paris. Daphne tells Steffy that her first task went smoothly. Steffy questions if the second mission is gorgeous enough. Daphne feels that Carter will be putty in her fingers. Luna Nozawa's Mistake the Bold and the Beautiful recap indicates that at the Spencer mansion, Electra Forrester gushes over Will to Bill Spencer. Luna crashes into a plant. Will senses a noise, but Bill dismisses it. Electra chimes in that maybe it was the cleaning crew. Bill pushes them to leave. After Will and Electra leave, Luna comes down. Luna apologizes. Bill reminds Luna that nobody can know she is here. Bill looks at Luna as a daughter. Bill wants to teach her to fly. Luna constantly praising Bill, but he doesn't want gratitude. Bill wants Luna to follow the rules. As Bill returns back to work, Luna smiles at Will's photo. The Bold and the Beautiful recap, Electra and Will go to the office. Electra notes that Bill is quieter and more polite than she imagined. Will advises her not to heed to the stories concerning Bill. Will feels bad that Bill is alone in the mansion. As Electra tells Will that he is her hero, they hug. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.